Welcome back, ladies and gents. I am here right outside of Ox Hall. I think when I ended the game, I was just near Ox Hall. All I did was move a little more forward so that I could make another save. I always try to keep two saves that are not exactly at the same point in time. All right, so we're going to... I'm going to go into the Ox Hall. I'm going to try to buy some food, first of all. Well, killing the animals if I need to. Nope. All right, let's buy... They don't have any butter. I'll buy their cheese. And that's all I need to get. I don't know if I have to sell... As long as we don't have... I'll hold off on that. Let's see about enter smithy. Yes. Let's get some more wood. I always put wood in the wood workshop. This is wood that I get without having to pay for it. Let's try Barisha. Udris. Uluan. Janab. Let's use the rest of Janab to bolster the charcoal. We'll do the same with coal. And Ayla. Okay. Now let's go back to trade. Nothing. All right. Let's leave because I want to look at the map, see what's going on, refresh my memory of what's going on. All right, Kiaz is we're only at war with the Azurai, and they are at war with only us. All right, so we're going to head down towards Kiaz. Although, having said that, I know what I was going to do now. Yep, I need to work these two. Let me look at parties. Yep, okay. Forget what I just said. Disband. Go back to revolt. I did have some administrative work to do. I'm going to stuff my towns with troops, specifically Battanian troops. That way I've always got a place to go to and grab troops should I need to do so. Let's see what we got here. We're going to go to... First of all, before I do anything, let me make sure this is unlimited. It is unlimited. Okay. I'm going to manage garrison. I'm going to put my good troops in there. The ones that will not upgrade. The majority of them, at least. And horsemen. That takes them up to 460. All right. Let's go to the stash because I will need to get rid of a lot of stuff here. Well, I'm actually going to sell the majority of these horses. Well, the ones that I don't need. Ones that are not locked. There we go. 45,000. I still got a herding penalty. I'll fix that here in just a moment. Let's go to the stash. And we're going to get rid of a bunch of food. I'm going to have 50 food of each item. Only. Should be something up here I can click and move, and all of this stuff moves over. That would just be convenient. Not something that's necessary, but it would be convenient. All right, I don't need... actually, I will... Let me see. I will hold... I'm going to put the wool, the flax, the charcoal, steel, fine steel, silver, and Damascene steel over here. Don't need it. Still got to get rid of some more horses. So now we're going to have 53 people, so I definitely don't need more than, let's say, 30 of you guys. That takes me still, we're going to go 30 of you guys. That takes me down to nothing. I no longer have a penalty. All right, so let's take 5 Sumters back. No hurting. 5 more. No hurting. 5 more. No hurting. All right, let's take 5 hobbies. There's a hurting penalty. All right, so let's take back a couple of Sumters. 5 Sumters. No hurting penalty. 1 more Sumter. There's a hurting penalty. All right. That's fine right there. No hurting penalty here. And the reason I'm trying to get more hobbies is we are actually going to be recruiting. And that means we want something for these people to ride. How much? Let's get rid of the prisoners. Go to the dungeon, manage prisoners. Well, first, I'll go ahead and recruit the couple that I can. This guy. This guy. I actually don't want these. I'm gonna ransom them. Let's go to the garrison. Put all of you in. There we go. And then go back here. I decided I didn't want... Initially I did because I was trying to stock the garrison, but now I don't want the crossbowmen. Crossbowmen run out of ammo too quickly. Now I still have too many. So we will put the prisoners here. All of you guys. And that will top me off. I'll hold on to these because I won't be needing any prisoner room. And let's look at this again and make sure it is on plus 77. What happens if I go to irrigation? Fairgrounds, security, and that doggone loyalty drift is almost 4. That's what's going to screw me is the loyalty drift. Okay. Well, I want this food to go up. Although it's at max food already, but still I want the larger size. We're going to leave it on irrigation for a while. And I'm going to go grab some troops. As many as I can. I'm just going to concentrate on archers right now. And because let's stop recruitment. And I want to get this up to about, if there's 652, I'd like to have 250 or more of archers. So I'm going to concentrate on archers, but every archer village I go to, I will also recruits. Nah, I changed my mind. Just archers. So if you don't want to watch this, you can fast forward. I don't know how long this will take. But, you know, things are still happening in the background, and I'm going to watch that. Caladog is going to... Looks like he's going to go try to break the siege of Kiev. Don't know if he'll get there in time. Oh, Astor's the Smoking Ruin. Let's go to Lindorn. You know what? I changed my mind. We're gonna go, yeah, let's go to Imlag is a Smoking Ruin. Man, they don't want anybody to get archers, do they? It's because of Astor. We're gonna run to Lanaken, Abcomer, Inveth, Cantrek, back to Lanaken. Then we'll go over to Remtor, Clackbane, and work our way around the top. And I'll do that as many times as I have to before I'm full of archers. Specifically, the first level of archers. The cheapest one as far as upkeep. The high-born youths. I don't know how long it's going to last with just being at war with 1-0. All right, well, currently we don't want to declare war on anyone, but it doesn't mean that another faction won't declare war on us. This would be a bad time for the Vlandians to declare war on us. Which means I really expect it to happen. By the way, what is it that you want? Art of the Trade. And Braden? I'm going to do it anyway. I've got 6 with you.
Well now, stranger.
Whatever you buy, anytime you do the Art of the Trade, it's always $2,750, 2,750 dinars. Doesn't matter what you're buying, pigs, grapes, whatever. It's always 2,750 dinars. So I consider that very cheap for getting the standing. And it's quick. Doesn't really take any time at all. What is this one? This is trained troops, probably. Ah, manual labor. Nothing I can do about that. You are smoking ruin. Let's try Seortis. Boy, the Vlandians, man. We've got to knock them out of here. And hopefully, by taking their towns, it reduces their strength. Because, yeah, each faction does have a hidden treasury that they never go below. But it does impact them when you take their cities from them, as far as able to field armies. Just like we've got some clans that are poor and are not able to hold large armies, the same thing can happen to the AI. The other factions, I should say, because these guys are AI clans. All right, looks like we won a battle against the Azrai. Probably Kiev. So Caladog broke that siege of Kiev. Very good. And that is the only army we have up. And it's 1,300. Yeah, 1,299, but that's 1,300. It's large. I've got terrible... Recent events is minus 22. I'm not sure what that was. Probably me recruiting those prisoners. What do you want? Art of the Trade again, and coal. You know, what is my stand with you? 11? I'll do it anyway.
Peace to you, stranger.
You know what? Wait a minute. Sorry, I can't do that right now. I must leave now. Okay, I'm going to visit. I've never visited to do this, so might as well show him. Hey! That's the only difference, is that you're actually in the village. You can ride around the village if you so desire. It's a nice little village. Looks like milk. I know it's meant to be water with the reflection of the sky. Hey, Ayla, what are you doing? You looking for something over there? What do you see in the distance? Maybe you're looking at that peak. Maybe there's enemy scouts on that peak looking at the village here, huh? I like the way they took up defensive positions around the village. Okay, we'll leave. That's just my head lore, by the way. Defensive positions around the village. Let me... No. Scratch that. We're going to Glentort. I'm not interested in fighting anything right now. I'm just strictly going village to village. Because I need to get these garrisons packed. Aster has recovered. Very good. I don't know if that looks like a cheese wheel, a pizza, a sliced pizza. To me, it looks like all those things. Additionally, it looks like a wagon wheel. And it also looks like, if you've ever played the old board game Trivia Pursuit, it's a little thing that your pieces fit into. I was the Trivia Pursuit master. It's still smoking, so I'm just going to go over here to Tormalina and Drumor. Kusar's clan, I knew it! I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! Didn't I say that after Kusar died in the last video, that the guy that took over was going to leave? Didn't I say that? I said that. God darn it. This guy, this clown. See, Kusar was my buddy. And he didn't leave. But this clown left, and he took Kiez with him. Oh, that sucks. Caladog, are you going to go take Kiez? What are you going to do? I don't know, but that's just part of the game. But it still wounds me. All right, Prindor. I don't need to work for you, but I will anyway. And this time, we're going to take a walk through the lands. And see if we can find Prindor. You just press Alt, and it'll be the guy with the... whoever has mission for you. Have a blue exclamation point above his head. What are you doing over here? Carrying some kind of product on your back. In a wicker basket. Hey, Janab. You carrying some kind of cloth product on your back. Hey, there is... I started to say Corinne. Is this Corinne or is this Faye? This is Corinne. I'm getting my games mixed up again. Where was he at? There he is. This is a very quaint village. Little farm. It's nice nestled here in the woods. At least it sort of slows cavalry up if you're attacked. All right, let's talk to you. My name is Richard. I heard you need help with a problem. All right, so I will buy your 2750, your goods. There we go. Take a little more gander around the village here before I head out. I hear a donkey, but I don't see one. Oh, what are you doing? Are you wooing this woman? Are you arguing? Please, please take me back. Never. You were looking at Tilda. But Tilda's fine. You've seen her? Yes, I have. But I'm your wife, and you deserve to live with me and not Tilda. But Tilda is fine. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, Tormalina. Ooh, I'm moving pretty slow. What's the deal with that? Overburdened. Yeah, because buying all that food. Let's do these upgrades. That's the reason I keep the low tier ones, because they can upgrade as I'm riding around. Of course, I'm not going to upgrade these guys because I want to put them in a garrison, but I put the high tier troops in a garrison because there's no point. They're not going to upgrade. So at least as I'm riding around, I'll get some upgrades from the leftover troops. What do I have so much of? Grain. Really? Not just grain. That means I'm going to run over to Marneth and put the grain in there. Let's do that right now, since it's so much. It is Marneth, is it not? It's not Dunlanny's. It is indeed Marneth. Okay. Let's head over there at 1.0 in the darkness and 2.0 in the daylight. Go, go, go. 1.66 overburdened. Add that to the negative 1.24 for the forest. And 1.03 at night, and you're practically crawling. No matter what you have, 1.0 is the slowest you can go. So you can, if you're willing to be a trader and you want to go everywhere on the map, you can just load everything up and you'll never go slower than 1.0. But you also need to be strong enough because you can be attacked by anything and everything. You can outrun nothing at 1.0. But it can be done. I don't have the economy of this game is not suitable for me to be a trader because it's not a real economy and you are fighting the AI caravans whose sole goal is to screw the economy for the player because you're... Anyway, that's just my own personal opinion. Let's go to the warehouse. I don't have a lot of room, but I'll put in as much as I can. There we go. Still way over, but this is better than nothing. Also, I've got... I guess I bought some clay somewhere. Only one, though. I'm going to run over to Dunlanny's. Well, let's see what is going on here. Caravan, nope, not going to do any missions. I don't know why I was thinking that was... All right, Western Empire, that's fine. I was thinking that was a tournament for some reason. Got to drop off some stuff here in Dunlanny's. All right, they got Ambleek. Will they go back for Kiez? That's the question. All right, we'll drop off all these hides. And I think also I got a pottery here, right? Yes. No. Velvet, wood, and tannery. The pottery was back in Marneth. I should have dropped it when I was there. Okay. I easily get confused. You know that. Let's put some wood. There's 0 wood there now. And a lot of hides. Raw silk and wood. No raw silk. But we'll put some wood in there. I'll go down to... Well, I'll go down as far as I can. There we go. 6,000 wood. I don't have to do it for now. Oh, all right. So Dunlanny's is full of wood. Don't have any raw silk on me, and it's got plenty of hides. Yeah, we'll leave it as is, and then press on. We'll go to Aster. Still looking for those archers. I will hit Lindorn. Then I'll go Pendrake and Glinter. All right, Melodier, what are you going to do? Anbleek Castle. 99, 96, 94. I'm going to abstain. That castle will not be held because there's no other Battanian holding down there. Since they've got Kiez, there's nowhere for backup to come from. So they would have to come all the way from up north here, and it's just not feasible that we can hold that castle. Not feasible that AI can hold it. Obviously, as you've seen in the last video, I can go down south and just stay down there for extended campaigns, but the AI cannot do that. Whoops. We'll go ahead and make you a... No, we'll hold off on that because that costs money. We'll move everybody else up. No, I'll hold on to you also. Nah, we'll go for it. Okay, I've got 92 youth so far. Nothing here. They're all high tier. Which is good, but also it sucks. Have you recovered? Yes. Uthelum has recovered. Utaleum. Rebel. What else is new? All these towns always rebelling. That's all they do these days is rebel, rebel, rebel. One. I waited for you to recover, and I got one troop from you. Boy, these guys are... Western Empire's going hard. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rotate. How tough is Western Empire? They're weaker than us, but they're still raiding. It's probably little parties except for the one at Rote. Nothing I can do about that right now. I've only got 149 troops. And they're not ideal troops at that. And again, I would probably have to let Rote go if no one else goes to it because I'm busy. But this has to be done or I'll lose my towns the next time Battania declares war on us. If I can pack them with archers and some infantry, combine that with the level 3 walls, and that gives me time, if needed, to make it over there to defend them. As you've seen, as I've shown before in previous videos. Zorina. I don't remember her. She must have married into the... Because that sounds like an imperial name to me. No, she's Sturgeon. Who is your daddy? Oh, you married Alvar. Okay. And you have 3 children. How old are you? You're 39. Huh, you're straight up. Okay. I don't know every NPC in the game, but I try to guess based on the name. But it can get well, I was going to say convoluted, but the longer you play the game, the more interbreeding goes on. So it can get difficult. Hey, you've recovered also. It can get difficult. Gersagus is also being attacked. Man, they are going hog wild. And we've still only got one army running. Nope, traveling to Revel. Well, between Revel and Caladog, we're going to let the Western Empire run wild. I wonder if we can declare peace with these guys. Nope, no support. 0 support. All right, pressing on. This is one of those situations where I wish I was the faction leader. Really, it is. I just always hate having a war in Azerai because it takes you so far away from the main part of the continent. And anytime you're way down here, you just get steamrolled up north. It's just, you saw in the last series that that's just the way it happens. All right, let's see if we can run back to... I don't think... It's a new day, so we might get 1 recruit, but I'm not certain. Anything is better than 0, though. Give me something. Nope. Well, we'll try to hit Lanacan and then Cantrek again. I'll take those 4. See, this is a long, drawn-out process, and I imagine a lot of today's game players don't have the patience for this. Or they just don't want to do it. But I try to stay pure. That's why I want to put the 2 reasons. 1, I'm playing as a particular faction, so I want all my guards and troops and everybody to be that faction with the exception of militia. And 2, I want a place to go if need be in an emergency and pull a bunch of troops from. Because as you've seen, my armies can be wiped out and I can be imprisoned. In those cases, I need more troops quickly. And the reason I get only the low tier troops is try to save a little bit of money. I'm going to go this way. We'll hit Lindor and then hit it again on the way back. Of course, over time, they all upgrade anyway. But it's the thought that counts. And we'll head back this way. We'll see what these guys want as we pass the village. In and out. Ragged. I don't need to work for you. But that being said, I'm here and this is very easy. Just cost me 200 gold, which I'm willing to part with. Keep getting that faction status up. Tunic, did I say Tunic Bellows Breath? I'll have to look at him. I don't know if I've seen him before. Tunric Bellows Breath. Let's make sure I've seen him before. And press on. Oh, it's so cool. We've had for about the past hour, there's been a very rare thunderstorm here. And I like hearing that, but it's over with. Very quiet outside. In fact, I was leaving to go do some errands, but it was raining so much, thunder and lightning, I decided to go ahead and record a video. Now I regret it because I'm only 30 minutes into the video and I could be out in town now doing errands. Wow, that's a lot. That's good. Thank you, Pendrake. Glentor, are you going to let Pendrake show you up, or are you going to help me out also? Well, you represented a little bit. Just enough to say you were there, but you didn't really perform well. I guess you wanted a trophy just for showing up, which is common these days. All that does is demean the actual winner's trophy. Because if everybody gets a trophy, what's the point? But you can't hurt little babies' feelings these days. And I don't know what happened to the generation after me, as kids, but it's terrible, in my opinion. All right. Are you at war with anyone else, Valandia? No? Well, you're at war with Sturgia, that's it. But I don't think you're very active, though, because nothing, since I've started this recording, nothing's really happened over here. So for whatever reason, maybe Sturgy is at war with someone else also. Nope. Nothing changing hands. I think that's a small party, but again, I'm busy doing other things. Also, I may have mentioned before, I'm not sure if I've mentioned in these videos in Bannerlord or in one of the other, maybe Kenshi or Red Dead Redemption 2, that I'm recording these videos as quickly as I can because I'm going to go on vacation or holiday if you're from Europe. And I want to try to have some videos up. Typically, my holidays, my vacations always last a minimum of a month, 1 month. But sometimes 6 weeks, just depends on what I feel like doing. Since I don't have a job to come back to, I just do whatever I want, stay as long as I want. So I'm trying to get these up as quickly as I can. Just constantly uploading. But you know, my slow internet. I'm going to hit M-Log and head back to Abcomer and Inveth. We're getting there. How many is that? I should have looked. 201. Abcomer. What do we want? New honor of Revel. They got it back at least. Aaron. Aradwar. Eradwar. It could be Eradwar, I guess. And Vilder. I don't care who gets it. They're all Battanian, so it's going to be the -3 penalty. Then they'll throw a... I said in previous videos they don't use governors. They use governors, but they don't use the right governors, what I'm trying to say. You know, that's why I said that they should be able to go out and recruit wanderers if they don't have the right faction within their clan. Oh no, Vianimir was lost. I've been watching for a few years now. I just, you know, I haven't had I stopped paying for TV for a while, but I'm currently watching Netflix again. And there's I don't know if it's Swedish or Danish or Norway, wherever it is. There's a TV show called Ragnarok. And I don't want to do that. I do enjoy it. Let's try this again. I don't know if you've seen it before. It's dubbed into English, but I think it's probably Norwegian or I don't really know actually. But it's a very good TV show. I'm enjoying it. Of course, there's only 3 seasons, and I'm currently in the 3rd season of it. I think I've only got 2 more episodes before it's over with. And I've read it has not been renewed. And there was another one also from that part, from one of the Scandinavian countries. I don't remember the name of it, but it was something about rain. R-A-I-N, rain, like falling from the sky. Some kind of a calamity happened. And it follows what I believe to be the children of the guy who was involved in the calamity. I can't remember the name of it. I got to try and find that again on Netflix. Because unfortunately with Netflix, if you're gone for more than 10 months, they don't keep any of your info. And I was gone for probably 10 years or more. So I don't know the shows, all the shows that I used to watch on a daily basis or whatever the case might be. I have to rediscover again because I don't remember the name of them. I went ahead and did that anyway after I said I wouldn't. All right, let's go this way. While we're writing, Scandinavian show on Netflix about something named Rain. Danish. There it is. The Rain. T-H-E-R-A-I-N. I remember enjoying that, so I've got a Danish. I watch a YouTuber that's Danish occasionally. What's her name? Cambonano, I think it is. Cambonano? Cambano? It's been a while since I watched anything of hers, but the name sounds... because if I remember correctly, she's got a little dog that's her icon on her watermark. Maybe the dog's name is Cambo. I don't know. Anyway, the channel I think is Cambonano. I'm pretty sure she's Danish. Actually, I say I watch her. Really, the last thing I watched from her, it's not that I watch her. Well, what was it? She got invited. Oh, it was Fallout, the TV show Fallout on Amazon Prime. She got invited to go to that premiere. That's what I was watching. I think her and her boyfriend, if memory serves. And I don't really know the etiquette. I'm not a quote-unquote YouTuber. I don't know if I should be talking about her or not, but, I mean, that's what I was watching, Cambonano, because she got invited to go to the premiere of the new Netflix, Amazon Prime series, Fallout, which, by the way, is a good TV show in my opinion. Calradia made peace with Azra. That's a good move, Calradia. Took you long enough, but it's a good move. Let's go down here. I think 328 is my limit, right? So we should... Yeah, 323. Did I lose a town? Why was I thinking 328? No, I know what it is. How can there be no recruits at all here? It's probably because I'm confusing it with the other playthrough. All right. I think it's 328 in the other one. There's 3 right there. So I just need 6 more. Hopefully I can get them between Clag and Rim. Then I'll go back and put all those in there and take my archers out and any other third-party archers. Caladog, where are you going? What are you doing way up here? Are you going to finally head over? I don't know why you came to my town. You came all the way to my town from down here in Azrai lands. It's an interesting choice, buddy. One more. Just one more. Rimtoll should top me off. There you go. Boom. And do I have any... You're fine. I will upgrade you. All right, 270. Let's run back to Revolt. Now, here's the thing. I have to do the same thing for Ostrakhan. I've got to do my best to defend these 2 towns. All right, Samantha... She's got 3 cunning and 3 social, so I want to try to get her some intelligence or vigor. I give her the well-balanced sword because she does still need to know how to fight, and I want her to learn the arts of healing. Okay. Of course, the real payoff is going to come when you set their final skills when they come of age. That's when you can really tailor them to where you want them to be. Am I still overburdened? No? I guess it's the snow, the weather, the nighttime, and the forest. That forest is a real killer. Always, when I go play this game and I see it, how much we slow down in the forest, I always think the beginning scene of Gladiator, where Maximus leads his cavalry through the forest and attacks the Germanic tribe. New honor of Rote. Again, I don't care. Those trees didn't seem to slow them down at all. Because they're not AI, they can actually ride around the trees. Let's go to the keep. Let's put all of these guys in here, all 270, and then let's take my archers back. And let's get rid of you. We're going to just bring them down to 652. And I'll do that first by getting rid of any archer-type troops that I don't want. Definitely don't want these clowns that don't wear helmets. I don't want them, so that's 654. Well, don't want you. Are you? All right, so I'm going to leave this as is. No, scratch that. I'm going to take all of you out, all 17 of you out. Because I'll just put my guys back in here and do the same thing again. I don't want you. And that, I don't want Imperial archers. That should do it. For now. Now let's top you back off. We'll just put some more archers in here to top you back off. There we go. And I will dump 75 useless troops. And this gives the town 331 archers. Now I want to replace all these guys. I'm going to go get straight up recruits, which will not take as long. because you can get them in every village in town. I did warn you at the beginning, if you didn't want to see this type of stuff, to fast forward or skip the video. I will be going into the towns also. Maybe that will give me an opportunity to drop some more wood, that clay, some iron, that type of stuff. And of course, when I go into Marineth, I think I want to buy some, beer. And in fact, right now I'm going to buy some butter and cheese. We'll go right across these 4, then hit Carban-Seth, and then come down through here. I would clear that hideout, but I think right now that hideout is causing a decreased Mollis to Astor Castle and the Valandians, so I'm not going to clear it right now. 19, that's a good price. That's a very good price. Just don't want to buy it right now. Braden of the Battanians taken prisoner by the Western Empire. Unfortunate. But I think it's probably... What are you doing, Caladog? Trying to bust the siege of Rote. You've only got... Are you going to make it? 575? Yeah, I think you're not losing a whole lot of troops really fast, so you may make it. There you go. He won. You can generally tell if they're losing troops and it's really at a fast rate, they're going to lose. So that's just how I sort of judge that. I'm not always correct, but it is a good indicator. Let's go ahead and do this in and out since I'm going into Carban-Seth anyway.
Greetings.
That's fine. I'll go to the tavern and win it back. All right, we'll hit this again on the way to Lintorn, and then we'll go down through here because I want to stop in Dunlaney's. Nothing. More, little bit more butter and cheese. If I hit, when I go down through here, I'll buy some grapes also. No. Habit. Okay. All right, Dunlaney's, what do you got for me? Wood, hides, and raw silk. Which... Here we go. All but 100 wood. Don't have the room for it. Okay, let's try this again. Let's go lower this time. There we go. 6,000. I did need some grapes, so we'll buy some grapes from here. Is there a fishing village through here? I don't think so. You'd think there'd be fishing. I need to buy some fish. But I can say this, there's something fishy about not being able to, not having a fishing village around this little, maybe there's no fish in it, because since it's a volcanic lake, I don't know. Maybe they just cannot access it very easily. Man, you are loaded up with... What do you want, by the way? Okay. Had some good high-tier troops there. Higher tier. We'll hit Gainseth. That snow forest, man, it really adds up, don't it? Here we go. I believe that was another 9. Pencock, let's take a look what's going on over here. You're thinking, and you're... Another 11. I don't want to... You know what? I'm just going to sell all that. There we go. Let's go down to Dern. Now, what were you doing? Caladog was thinking, but Meladir is traveling to Rimtol. Now, Caladog, Ataconia Castle. I guess that's okay. I'd rather them go for Zionica, but hey, it's the AI, so at least they're doing something. As opposed to me. I'm doing something, but I'm doing something the AI doesn't seem to want to do. Trying to secure my holdings, which I will do to the best of my ability. I'll come up through here and then hit Maranath. We'll buy some more booze from there. Maybe drop off some more grain. What did you want? Nope, not bringing you animals. Having a little quandary here. You know, typically on a day-to-day basis, the toughest decision I have to make is what to eat for lunch. So I'm just struggling here. What am I going to eat for lunch? It is currently half past noon, 12:45 really. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll go grab something to eat, but I don't know what it will be. I think I'll go do some errands since the weather has cleared and grab something while I'm out. Probably Chinese. Oh, absolutely nothing there. That's unusual. I've only seen that happen before with Cianon when the owner of Cianon is poor. By the way, you're rich. Okay, just checking. Let's hit these. Come right across here. Hubyar, that's good. Achaku, that's got to be... Hubyar had to have been taken over by the Khuzaits, because that is a Khuzait name. Although he could have married into someone else. I don't have time to look before the camera gets locked. Which is the dumbest thing ever. Tell Worlds. Yagda. Oh, no, I don't want you. Yagata. That sounds Japanese to me, Yagata. Again, why does Marneth The town's connected to Marneth, not have any recruits. I didn't notice if she was able to recruit any, but to have 0, that's unusual. In and out. We're going into Marneth anyway. Catagan, I will do it for you, since we're going in there anyway.
My greetings to you.
Hey, buddy. What? I've got 17 with you already. Done quite a few. Let's jump in here. First things first, we'll go do this. And then I want to come back and look at that dude that was there. Something, the hawk, which tells me he'd be a good companion if I ever needed another one. By the way, what am I? 5, and I'm full of companions. Let's look at this dude. Hamindar the hawk. All right. Now, what was it that I wanted to drop off here? It's either clay. I got that one piece of clay, brewery, grain, and iron. So let's drop that one piece of clay that I have. And there's still plenty of iron product here, so let's put some grain. Ooh, I'm going to put... Oh, there we go. All right. And buy some booze. 66 is fine. And then we recruit all of these troops. All right, let's hit Beglamar. All 9 of these. That's 18 between these 2 towns. Very good. Dalmingus, what do you got for me? Should be a lot of recruits around here because there are people constantly recruiting from them, so they replenish as recruits. And that's all I'm looking for at the moment. Well, there's one. How's my butter and cheese? Cheese is 31, butter is 61. So now I need meat and dates. You notice I've got 6 different food types, but I've only got +3 for food variety. That's always confused me. The Elithori clan has left the Battanians. They're mercenaries anyway. Let's see where they went. Nowhere. Let's run down here. Clag, Ban, and Rimtoil. Grab from them. Oh no. A mercenary died. Doesn't bother me. What was that needed? Cheese? Yeah, cheese. I don't want to get too full that it slows me down again. I only started out with 50. I've got 61 butter now and 33 cheese, so I just need a little bit more cheese. And if you can hear the helicopter passing overhead... Oh, no. Look what I just did. Sorry if that came through. But I do live near a military base, and there's a lot of activity here from the Border Patrol. Because there's a Border Patrol station here in Alamogordo and a checkpoint just down the road between here and El Paso. And another one just down the road between here and Las Cruces. Then, of course, they have the helicopter that... Oh, what do you want? Tools. No, I got rid of tools. I guess it flies around checking the range and the track and things like that. Make sure it's clear before the military does any ordnance drops. Or they run the sled down the test track. I think there's only 2 of these test tracks in the world, and one is here in Alamogordo, and I think the others maybe... I don't know where the other one is, actually. I was going to say California, but then I thought maybe it's in a desert, maybe in Nevada or someplace like that. I just don't remember. I did know at one time. Where are you a rebel from? I can't hit. Rebels. Say that 10 times real quick. Still at 31 cheese. It seems like every time I get cheese, I just immediately eat it. So I'm constantly just at 31. These Battania, not Valandian. I'd expect the Valandians to really favor cheese. Because in my mind, they're basically French. But not the Battanians. Battanians should be meat eaters. All right, they got Atacana, yeah. And again, I don't care who gets it. Same 3 guys. Oh, whoa. Am I full? Did I get too many troops and didn't realize it? And nobody left when I was going to the next town? That's fine. I'll drop the archers. There we go. I will go ahead and upgrade you guys. All right. Now we're going back to Revolt. Get rid of some infantry that I don't want now. And put all these recruits in there. How many recruits was it? It is 209. Melodare and Sign. Rotate be in siege. Caladog traveling to Rotate. Pacarius the Ironmonger. Who attacked Cadfin the Brewer? He just won a battle. I don't know who attacked him. Maybe it was bandits. Could have been some mercenaries up here. All right, 2, 0, 9, and 10. I'll just put all of you in there. So we'll take all of you out and all of you out. And then what next? Well, I probably should have left him. Yeah, I should have left you guys in there and took these guys out. This is what I want to get rid of. I'll make it work when I'm done. I'm going to leave you for now, the Battanian. I'll get them down to 652 and then backfill if I have to. Now I'm going to leave that Valandian like cav because I do want there to be some cavalry in here. Well, you're just 42. Never mind. But that's my guys. That's my horses. All right, I'll take them out. Never mind. Azraelite Archer, Sturgeons, Militia, Woodsman, Tribesman, Mamluk. All right, we're getting close. You know what? Go ahead and take all of you out, all of you out, all of you out. Okay, so now I can backfill. We'll put, you got 298 archers and 300 infantry. I think that'll be sufficient. So let's backfill you with Battanian wildlings, and then I'll dump all of you guys that I don't. 74 troops. What are you doing here? Why are you hanging out in my town? I don't know. All right. Let's go get some more recruits. See, we started out with around 50 troops. Then the next time we went out was like 130. Now we're at 249. So we're definitely getting that full. All right, Luichin. What was it 298? Yeah, might as well round it off to 300. Had 298 archers in there, so let's round it off to 300. Rebels and Huss and Falk. Okay, Targai is also a Khuzait name. So both Huss and Falk and what was the one other one that just rebelled? Hubyar. Oh, Hubyar. Yeah, I was going to say, is that Western Empire? Their colors, the rebel colors are just very similar to Western Empire. I don't think I've... You know, you could hear chickens there, but I don't think when I'm walking around villages I've ever seen chickens. Maybe I have and I just don't remember it. But you don't hear chickens in every village. So I'm wondering what the distinction is there. This town has furs, and I heard chickens. This town has wood, and I didn't hear chickens. Okay, I do hear chickens here, as well as a horse. Yep, chickens. Maybe it was it's just that one town I happened to hear a rooster crow, but there was chickens in the background because I can hear a donkey here, right there. Chickens, birds singing in the background, sheep. You hear that? Bah. All right, so it's every town, every village has that generic farm audio. This has got a dog barking in the background and people milling about. What is this tournament while we're here? Steel Banner. I probably got 2 of those already, I think. No, I've got 3. I'm just going to pass. I only need 21 more, I think. See that horse sound, the horse, wee, that should be in Glinter only because that's where they're raising horses. But I'm pretty sure it's just a generic background sound for villages. It's all the same everywhere. See, there's another horse whinnying. We call that whinnying. At least I do in English, American English. I don't know what it's called elsewhere. That's what my horse used to do when I owned a horse when I was younger. Radagast the Broker. Radagast. Isn't that the guy? It's been 5 years or more. I can't remember. The whatever month Bannerlord came out was the last time I did the campaign portion of it. And isn't Radagast the name of the guy that kidnaps your siblings? Radagast? I think. $321. Just 2. Just 2. Oh, I couldn't even get 2. Doesn't matter. We'll head back. I can get it in Drewmore. There'd definitely be at least 1 recruit in Drewmore. Garangolia. Did they take Battania back? They did not. And where are you going? Sestadam. Man, you're getting way out here. We really need to get Zionica, and that will really hamper them. Who is attacking this? The Vlandians. Melodier, where are you going? You're going gather near Battania. So you're probably going to come down here and help at Sestadam. Caladog don't have an army anymore. Nope. All right, give me that 1. That's all they had was 1. Man, I'm glad. I had egg on my face if they didn't have at least 1 after I'd said they're definitely going to have at least 1. All right, Melodier. Zyra has been born. Zyra. What was the name of one of the apes in Planet of the Apes? Wasn't it Zira? The female ape? And if I'm not mistaken, the movie I'm thinking about was played by the British actress. Oh God, I had her name when I started that sentence. And I forgot it as I was trying to remember her name. Zyra? Or is that the old dude, the old intelligent ape named Zyrus? Zyrus? I don't know. You know how long it's been since I watched that version of Planet of the Apes? Let's get rid of you. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, I can live with everybody else here, but we are going to take my horses back. And the wildlings. Let me just drop this oath sworn. And rearrange these. Or arrange these so that I'm certain of what I'm looking at. All right, so 20 troops. And I want some archers. You know, I put 2 in there and I took 2 out. That's fine. I'm back down to 2s. Because I want 125 archers. That's what I've decided I want. $125 archers. Okay. And then I still need 6. So I want infantry. 652. That's good. And I'll just take the rest as recruits. I don't need to come back here. All right, what are you costing me? Plus 2219. Let's see if that changes as I come over here. Or actually, let me look at this. Isang momento. Astrakhan has 79 archers only. Yeah. Make sure you're not recruiting. Okay. All right, I'm going to do the same thing for Astrakhan. And I told you at the beginning that this was going to be a maintenance video. Because the only people that, when I always ask the question, do you want me to cut stuff out or do you want me to do everything on camera? The only people that reply, and there's only a few of them, always say they want to see everything on camera. No one else says anything opposite of that. So that's why I try to keep everything on camera. And here we go. This is what I'm doing. The only exception to that is when right after a big battle and it's the end of the video, you know I'm just going to go into the town and sell and ransom and recruit. Nothing else is really going to happen. You know, I want to take those 2 back. Okay. I will drop. Well, I'm going to drop you. Let's run back to Revolt. Corinne, wow, what age is she? My girl, 36. I did not expect that. It is possible to get married up till, to get pregnant. I think the oldest I've ever had get pregnant was 40. I think I've got a video of it somewhere, but it's been several years ago, so I don't remember. But I knew no one would believe me, so I videoed it, and it's on my hard drive. And I would show it right now, but the thing is, if you've heard me complain in the past, anytime I alt-tab out lately, so about the past month, it's been stopping the video recording. And you know I'm too lazy to have to go back and splice it all together, so just take my word for it. Anyway, she's 36 and just got pregnant again, so Richard is still kicking. I do want to put this back up to... What? How did this get the... Hold on. Yeah, your unlimited wage. I could have swore that was $2.98. I guess before I took all those out. That means I need to go get some more. Really? I'll take these warriors out, and that way I can put some more archers in there. Just because I'm bound and determined to have that be 300 archers. I'm just stubborn that way. And really, it's my town, so I can put anything in it I want. Dave Falkland, what happened to you, buddy? You got a lot of... Why are you going so slow at 1? Hold on, he's got 11 cavalry and only 9 infantry. So why is he moving at such a slow speed? He must have a crap load of... He must be overloaded, seriously, big time. Oh, I see what happened. They lost their leader. Their leader died. I did not notice that. Ooh. What's the name of the party? Dave Falcon. Who died? Rut what? No. Yaki's Tack and Rut War. That sounds to me like... Hold on. I thought those were notables. Oh, he's probably rebels. Rut War was lost spring 11. Okay, so that's who that Rut War is. These are the rebels. Ekron won the tournament. It just recently happened because they're just gonna go to the nearest town. Well, you know what? We can always do it this way. Wasn't that Dave Cortan? Wow, you've only got 4 members left? So it was probably... when did Amalgam die? 1092. That's not him. 1099. It is now 11... Is that... Dave Falcon. I clicked on Dave Cortan. Where are you at, Dave Falcon? Right here. Who died from you guys? No, it says no one died. Why is this party without a leader? Let me talk to him again. Recently lost our leader. Maybe he just got reassigned. Maybe the AI assigns troops around like the... I've never noticed that before. Because I don't think there's anybody that could have been fighting up here that would have killed. Just bandits, if anything. It's possible, but I didn't see anything here about someone dying. I'm just going to take you. And then I'm going to run back to Ostachan and do the same thing. 40 minutes left on my timer. This entire 2 hours is going to be me just stuffing these two. Where are you going, buddy? Oh, he just went in that castle. So he came from over here to that castle. I guess, yeah, that is the nearest place. Because it is a little further to Ox Hall. Alright, says to them. Again, I don't care. Me doing this is really eating into my morale. We're not winning battles and defeating enemy on the battlefield, so they're not happy. Alright, we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to start by stocking Fian chaps in there, and then wildlings, and then the horses. It gives me 55. And I'll go ahead and put you two in there because I know I'm going to want you in there. All right, let's go do the same thing again. I shouldn't have because I didn't take anything back. Shouldn't have a hurting pen. Yep, I do not. All right, well, I'm doing the same thing. So I will warn you again, if you don't want to see this, skip this video. Of course, you're already an hour and a half into the video if you're hearing me say that. Archers. Still making money. Let's look at this. 1803 and revolts minus, or 1803 for revolt and negative 60 for why am I having difficulty pronouncing Ostcan? Butter and cheese. Beer. I'll hit Marneth again and buy some more beer. Got to keep that workshop working. And I'm in the area, so no reason not to. Wait a minute. I need to go to Aster. Just looking for archers now. Galther the Ironmonger. Who is... Wait a minute. Let's see what the name of this guy is. Martineth. No, Fiefs, Marnath. It must be here. Let's look for Battanian and Marnath. Yeah, there we go. No, you know, there is a smithy in Marnath, but there's no ironmonger there. So I wonder where that ironmonger is from. Interesting. I was just curious if that was the ironmonger that is working at my smithy. Let me go ahead and get that food. Butter and cheese? Yeah. Roderick. Really bugs me that when you see text here and then you go into that screen, the recruit, the text disappears and you can't see it anymore. It's just shoddy programming. Just like generally this entire text method they have in this game sucks. I have had better text mechanisms in games from the 80s and 90s. I think one of the best is probably Hearts of Iron 3 or the Hearts of Iron series, because you have a window that pops up and then you can click on the window and then you open it and you can say, okay, I do want you mark a checkbox. I want messages from the Khuzaits, or I don't want messages from you know, you can tailor it to see what you want to see. That right there is one of the best systems I've ever seen in a game. This right here is one of the worst in this game. I don't really know what they were thinking. My first thought is they were not thinking. Because, at the very least, why does this cover up everything? You know? How many times after something happens do I got to wait for that text to get out of the way before I can read what's going on? It's just not intelligent game making or UI design, I guess you could say. I typically see that from game companies who have... They're not very innovative. They've been doing the same thing for so long. Typically, it's just one game series, and that's all they know, so they just keep everything as similar as they can because it's easier for them. I remember when I first bought this game, I was reading it was still under development. I was reading in the forums that Tell Worlds is known for just copy pasting. So anytime they do something, they just copy the old code and paste it into the new thing, and it always causes issues. And I guess that's what they do. I have no idea what the original, Mountain Blade 1 looked like as far as the UI. What do we got here? Western Empire wants peace. They're going for Battania Castle now. Oh, Nika. Man, you guys are going out. We're going to take a look here as soon as I do this recruiting. And butter and cheese purchase. Let's see if we're close to declaring war on anyone else. 0-0-0-0. Nope, nobody's interested in war, and we're 100% ready to stop having war with these guys. So when we do stop having war with these guys, I'm almost positive that someone else will declare war on us. So that may stop me doing what I'm doing, because obviously I'm not going to be running around like this if Valandi declares war on us, because I need to get an army, and I need to get one fast. I need those grapes. I also need to go around and get some more food. And the time to do it is when I'm small and fast. So I might go through Valandia and buy up food. Well, I've got all that food back in Revolt I can grab. I don't remember what the quantities were, but I'm pretty sure it was enough to tide me over. As well as everything else that's down there in my stash. One. You know what? I'm going to start recruiting these guys also, and horses if I see them, because I do want some horses in there also. Horses help with security. I guess the theory is that, they cover more ground, so you can patrol around your perimeter better. That's just in my head what happens. I don't really know the mechanics behind it. But horses do help with security. Also, I do lose horses when I battle, so I will need to get horses back. Are we going to do it? Make peace with the Western Empire. No tribute? This one said 90. Doggone it. When we looked at this earlier, this says they were going to pay us 90 tribute. Now it says no tribute. We must have lost a battle or some such like that. I'm not going to click on it because I want it to last as long as possible so that the Valandians... I got a little more time to do this. It's only going to be another day or 40 hours, but that's 40 hours that I wouldn't have any elsewhere. Or normally. Let's see. I'll take a chance with you. Maybe you'll upgrade while you're in my party. Let's hit Aster first. I can turn you into a scout. Well, you'll go into the Battanian warrior and then a scout. Again, I've got 4 different types of food, but I've only got a +1 for variety. As I say, that always confused me. I guess I'm guessing there's some food in the game that's just considered your base line, which I guess might be grain and butter and cheese. Grain, butter, and cheese, maybe, and meat. And then everything else is considered additional. I don't know. All right, we'll go back this way. How much time? 6 hours. 1 hour. Yes. Abstain. All right, now we're not at war with anyone. How long is it going to be before the Valandians declare war on us? Please at least let me complete this and get that place packed with ranged troops. Oh, you're being attacked. Let's see if you are... All right, so someone is at war with Valandia. Who is it? Oops, back up. The Azerite and Northern Empire. So they've already got 2 people on them. They may not declare war on us. They already have 2 people on them. Sucks that I can't recruit, though, because they're at war. Someone destroyed their village. Cavil of the Lake Rats. Cavil. I know why that sounds familiar. Hey, Griff. I've got cheese and butter now. I need everything else but grapes. So I will buy a little bit of grain here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's enough. Interesting, they had hogs for sale, but they don't raise hogs. This village raises hogs. So let's see if they have hogs for sale. I think every village probably has all the farm animals, but some of them actually sell their farm animals. Everything else is just for their personal use. That's what I'm saying in my head. All right, let's see if you have any hogs for sale since you raise hogs. Yep, you do. You got quite a few of them. Very good. You also. I guess it's nice weather here for raising hogs. Yeah, we'll hit this and then go back down. Declaring war on the Khuzaits. That is not good. Let me take a look at that. I would not vote for that. I will buy the grapes, even though I didn't need them. I think it's... You know, we're not near the Khuzaits, really. I think this is the issue right here. These 2 castles. But that's not a good idea. But they're going to do it anyway, and there's nothing I can do about it. $3,000 gold, 3,300 gold income. That was a good day. Settlement income, 8,500. Workshop income, 2,205. Every day, 2,205. How many archers does this give me? This gives me 146. I do want to upgrade you. I'll leave you as a scout. I'll upgrade you guys. And I'll go ahead and upgrade you and then move you up top. All right. More archers. Need more archers. 146 is not enough. You know, you've seen how difficult it is for me when I siege a town and they've got a massive archers behind the wall standing on the ground. That's what I want to happen to the AI. Oh, Teus died of old age. That's okay. His family and friends will remember him. I don't want to do it. They did it. Not very intelligent, in my opinion. You can't, even if we take anything on the far right side of the map, we can't hold it. It's not feasible. So it's a dumb decision to declare war on the Khuzaits. We really need to clean up the, and that's what next war we have, that's going to be my goal, is to try to clean up the Khuzaits, the Valandians. I'm going to go straight for Oxhall and Prevent if I can, and just knock them down some in their power notch, and just keep working on their towns. Because I want them. I want them. They will be mine one way or the other. As long as this character lives. Or this playthrough continues. And someone from this clan is elected to be the leader of the faction. If I have to take them that way, I will. But since I do, in my opinion, I do at least 70% of the work in any faction, I want to get the majority of the income because I have to support 5 parties. And the only way to do that is have at least 5 or 6 towns. Rotate, of course. Rebel, 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 rebel. $4,000 income, 4,028 in one day. Just passive. All these people that complain about no income from workshops, I don't know what they're doing. I think they're not playing. They don't understand the income really doesn't start getting good from workshops until the prosperity of your fiefs is above 5,000, and then once they hit 10,000, it's like icing on the cake. But anything above 5,000, they start being pretty good. Remember, it's every day, just passive income every day. And once they get above 10,000, whoo. But I don't think they play long enough to reach that stage of the game. And that's on them. If you want to, run around with the largest armies you can right from the get-go, then you're going to pay the price. And you're going to have to exploit the crafting, I guess. Me, I just go return to combat. In the early part of the game, I use a combination of caravans and workshops. Before I do any combat or join any faction, I typically will buy all the workshops I can and have a maximum number of caravans. Funny thing about caravans, there is a limit early game for caravans only because you can only have as many followers as you have. In the beginning, you can hire only X number of wanderers. But I have never reached a limit of caravans with family members because family members do not count against the limits. Until you get up about 60 or something like that. I think I've read in the forums that there is a limit, but it's way up, 60 or above 60. So you could theoretically have 60 caravans running in addition to workshops. Boy, they just wore that out, didn't they? Got to come down here. You know how much income that generates? If you're not at war and you're just peaceful, that is a lot of income. And also, if you're peaceful and not at war with anyone, anytime a town on the map rebels, you can just go and take that town over. As long as you're not affiliated with a faction, no one will attack you. And then you can just amass a lot of towns that way. If that's how you want to do it. Very easy to do. I've done it. I've got another save where I'm doing that. Haven't played it for a while, but I think I probably got about 6 or 7 towns and haven't ever joined a faction. I'll take you. And I keep my party low. The quantity, I think it's less than 150. I've never gone above 150. Because I want to be able to move fast, get around. All right, Rote's rebels taken prisoner by Battanians. I can start buying cheese again. Same 3 guys over and over and over again. I guess I should be saying the same 3 clans over and over again. What about 26 more? Should do me. Something like that. 20. I would like to think between Inveth, Adcomer, Lanakian, Imlaga, Aster, and those Tormelina and Druamore that I can get 20 more. There's 5 right there. I'll take you. So I only need 19 more unless I see. I do want to make these guys scouts. Unfortunately, they're not leveling up very fast. I could fight a bandit party if I run across them. There's 2 more. How many does that give me? 243. Let's go down to Cantrek first. It's been a while, longer since I've been there, as opposed to Lanakian, so there should be, there we go. 4 more. I think I only need 8 more now. I say think because I may see some horse troops here I want to recruit. So I may not wind up getting 8 archer like that guy. Okay, 2 more. We'll get them an Aster. There they are. Boom, boom. All right. Run like the wind back to Ostrakhan, or run as fast as we can. My athletics are maxed out. Can't get any more, so riding a horse makes sense. I can get more in horse, even though I won't be using the horse in combat. Actually, let's look at that. 1758. Is it going up? 1759. It is, slowly but surely. Oh, you're gathering a huge army over here. What are you fixing to do? Who are you at war with still? Northern Prince Sturgia. Why are you gathering a huge army over here? Zero. I'm gonna look at all of them. I'm here. I don't like that. I don't like that they've got a big army for no reason over here. Where are you going? You're just patrolling, huh? You know, you got 2 wars going on. Why are you screwing around over here? Man, it is absolutely silent. The only thing making noise is this game. I hear no noise outside, no wind, no noise in the house. It's weird. It's eerie, and it's It's 1340 in the daytime. I guess nobody's out and moving after that big storm. All right, let's take these high tier troops out of here that we don't want. First, let's get the archers first. I'll leave the militia archers. All right, so that gives me 417 archers here. Really? Yeah, 257, 367, 368. Ah, get rid of these guys. Battania, militia, Battania. Okay. Now I can get rid of... Start getting rid of infantry that I don't want. And horses that I don't want. One more. You. All right. Let's dump all of you guys. 136 useless troops for me. Upgrade you. And go do it again. Keeping these guys, hoping I can turn them into scouts. 12 minutes left. This is what I'm going to continue doing. You can tune out now if you've hung in this long and don't want to continue seeing this. My poor morale is really taking a beating with not doing anything here. Where are you guys going? Taker Castle. You know how far Taker Castle is from you? They're never going to make it, I don't think. Let me look at that again. Yeah, 377 is fine. Stop recruiting. Ooh, I almost screwed that up. If it recruits, they will displace some of the troops I just put in there. We don't want that. All right, Idris, party leader, 14 years old. You've got some cunning. Let's give you probably a well-balanced sword and then learn the arts of healing. Same thing I did the last one. Oh, nope. Looking for regular recruits now. We'll start here in Bagbeth and go across. What's your thing? Art of the trade. Liferous, do I need? I do not, but I will anyway. Because I have one standing with you, and I'd like to have more. So, art of the
Peace to
trade.
you, stranger.
Thank you very much. What did that give me? I don't know what kind of food he gave. Oh, he may have given me animals. Let me see if he gave me animals. No. Maybe he gave me fur. I didn't read it. I was just trying to go as quickly as possible, and I didn't read what the product was. Yeah, fur. Bagbeth has fur. Okay. Nope. Leave. Which means I could come anywhere down south and sell the fur and make a profit. Since all the fur traders are up north. Everybody but you. We'll take you. More. They hit Gainsith. I did not hit Gainsith. I only went down to Bogbath. We'll see what he's got there available as a mission. If it's simple, I'll do it. Nope, not gonna do that. I think I'm starting to regret buying this chair. Oh, it's one of those chairs that looks like those gaming chairs. But it's not a brand name, it's just a generic thing from Staples, if you're familiar with the store called Staples. But it's hot. It's very hot to sit in. Because it's some type of a faux, F-A-U-X, faux meaning fake leather. I haven't jumped in a Pin Canuck. Let's do that. They might have some recruits there. And they have a tournament. We'll see what it is. 8 minutes left. Leaderboard, we're still more than double. Tug of Whistling Arrow. Now, is that T? Where's T? I don't have. There it is. I've got one decreased. I'll fight it. I'd like to have 2 of them. Okay, where is Corinne? She's blue. Just watch out for blue, Joe. All right, they're to my left, so we'll go right here. Two up, 2 down. No. Ooh, I couldn't get to him. There you go. Thrust. Are you coming for me? Udris, why are you coming for me, buddy? You're gonna regret that. Sorry, but you know, you chose that, not me. Of course, last woman standing is Corinne. Come on, girl. I know she's not gonna win, but get some skill at least. All right, she's blue again. Don't come right for me, girl. Look at her, coming right for me. All right, she changed. Oh, I gotta be careful. This is 3-on-1. I can't. Let me get down here and get this guy out. Come on, Udris. Is that Udris? Yep. Yep, 4-on-1. Oh, goodness. You know what that means. I've got to get to this. Jump! Woo! Come on, come at me one at a time. There's someone behind me, right? The bowman? If I can keep them around here, they got to come at me. Oop, he hit the shield. Okay, I'll take you out. I don't want to get too close to Corinne. There we go. Woo! Thank goodness for that wall. Oh. All right, buddy. If it wasn't for that wall, I would have never won this. All right. Richard and Barisha. Coming down the middle, buddy. See? You struck too soon. Good block, though. Good block. She was fast with that block. I'll give her that. All right, Roman. So either way, I win. If he beats me, I get it. If I beat him, I get it. Down the middle. I told you. Okay. I'll take that Tug of Whistling Arrow. And then we'll take these recruits. Then we'll head down to Dern. Boy, they had quite a few, didn't they? Now all I've got is butter and cheese and grapes. Don't even have any grain. $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $30, $35, $40, $45, $50. Butter and cheese. See, these guys are, until they turn into horse troops, they're infantry troops with a shield. So, hey, there's that baby. So I'm not losing anything by recruiting these guys. And also, they will train. I do want to get them up to scouts. Because I do want, as I said earlier, I want horses in there. So I have a pool of horses to recruit from. All right, let's see if this is a male or a female. Corinne. Let's say child. Brother, 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 sister, brother. All right, let's go here. The baby's a brother, so it's a boy. Pelisaur. We're going to call you Pete. And let's see what I want you to be. Party leader, party. Medic, archer. Let me think about this for a minute. Engineer would be good. But I also want, I think before I have an engineer, I want to have Pete the quartermaster, Pete the QM. So he's gonna be the guy that dictates how many troops I can have in my party. Because I haven't designated an heir. So if Richard dies, no one has the quartermaster skill or the steward skill here. So this party's going to be very small, so we need a replacement for him. Let's go ahead and hit can track while we're here. And Marnath. Gotta get some cheese. Everybody but you two. Maybe I'll hit that tournament on the way back. It'll be daytime then. Let's see what it is. Locked shield banner. Isn't this? I must not have that one because this is alphabetical. Yeah, let's see. What is that? Decrease taking ranged attack damage. We're going to fight this. And I've got 1 minute left, so this will be the last thing we do. Corinne is red, so let me watch out for... Well, she's not in this battle. Sure you will. Let me get that green in between me and that archer. Now I've got that tree between me and the archer. And since they're both my troops, I'm just going to let them do their thing. We'll pick up that shield. Neither one of them are archers, but that's some points they can get. So I'll let them do their thing, then I'll just take the last one. 13 seconds. Obviously, I'm going to keep recording throughout the rest of this. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the timer off. I will record through the rest of this tournament. Nobody's hitting anybody. They really got terrible archer skills. She's trying to get closer. That's Barisha on the left, I think. Oh, Cole hit him. Hit her. Oh, yep. She hit him. Oh, he took her out. That surprises me. She was moved. Well, not really, because she's the one that felt the need to move closer because she wasn't getting any hits. Boy, that almost ended me right there, pulling out that bow instead of the two-hander. If he'd have swung when all I had out was that bow, he could have taken me out, I think. Remember, these are two-handed. Let's watch Corinne. Hear her. Oh, I just knew that was going to happen. All right. Here she was, right under us. I don't know why I said hear her. I was going to say here her is. Here her is. All right. This is Cole, isn't it? No, Udris. Man, I just looked at Cole. I should have known. All right, who's going to win that? Ulian is the little one on the left. Cole got two-handed skill. All right, Ragged. He's good at blocking. Woo, not good enough. Richard against Wrath and Cole. That's Cole with the boat. And I don't want to be 2-on-1. Oh, thank goodness. Come on, buddy. Take him out. I want to fight you. Really, I just want you to get a little bit of experience. Oh, it was a good try. All right, Arlick. I'm coming overhand, buddy. I'm demonstrating what I'm going to do. There you go. Get it up there. Get it up there. Good block. There we go. All right, I will take that locked shield banner, and since I didn't have it before, let me lock it down. There we go. All right, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.